Our next session is by Mr. Harish Raju. And simultaneously, we will be having our next session in Sion Hall by Piyush Rahate. So people who are interested in that, they can go to Sion Hall. This session is AI-powered transformation, leadership strategies for product and program innovation by Harish Raju, who will be delivering into AI-powered leadership strategies for driving product and program innovation. I welcome Harish on stage.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Audible? I'm audible? Yes. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. I think I should first of all thank Suresh and Vijay and whole team for helping me to come to this conference and then giving me a wonderful opportunity to talk whatever knowledge I have around my experience and whatever I'm seeing in my organization. I work for Google and I have around 17 years of experience in program management. And I'll try to share you some stuff which is very simple to understand, and I ensure that it is from beginner to an expert, like a developer to a CEO. However we want to take it, we can take it. So my aim is to just deliver whatever is known to me in my organization, past organization. I'll not be able to name my organization as such due to some ethical guidelines. We have that. We are going to see that also. Okay. So again, I think I would like to start with Snehal's session, I think. He has already covered most of the fundamental products which are needed in an AI world that is to be used by us in our day-to-day life, right? Am I right? Okay. So I'll give you a small scenario before I get into the presentation. So I think I was told not to move so much. I'm moving. I'll control myself, but I'll just come over here. So I think I'll just ask you, I was in my organization, I think last week, there was a meeting. Usually 4 o'clock, I wrap up all my things, okay? And there was an ad hoc meeting which popped up in my mobile telling that new meeting invite, okay? So what happened, as usual, when we are about to leave and we see a meeting invite, what will be our reaction? It will be happy or shut the laptop. Even I shut the laptop, my mobile popped up telling that you have got a new meeting invite. However, it's time to leave home, the traffic is piling up. Okay, so what does it mean to me? Why did it do some analysis and it gave me some message? What does it mean to me or mean to you? Assuming you are in that position and you have got an ad hoc meeting, your mobile has all sorts of messages, email meetings, all things are in one place. So what does that message mean to you? Sorry? Prioritizing of what? Yes.
What you do
yes.
at that time.
Yes.
Based on that, it is notifying saying that traffic will be piling up.
So, exactly. So, any other points? What is that information helping us to do? Decision making, right? It is helping us to decide whether we have to attend the meeting or leave to home or go home and attend the meeting. Again, that's a personal choice. Okay, so we are in such a world where you have everything in your pocket to make your decision easy. So what is that behind all this decision making? Two things. One is data, the second one is analysis which is happening. Okay, so let me ask you one more question. After you get up in the morning, can you guess how many times we use AI? Any guess? 35 times? Oh, good. Any other? Sorry? 20. Very interesting answer. Few times. So I have to guess the number. Good. Okay. So, sorry? 2 to 3 times. Okay, you have very less usage, I think, so you use mobile very less. Good. Okay, on an average, again, it's a data, there's no waiting on it. 14 times we use before our morning coffee. Again, coffee timing depends. If you take your coffee at 11, the number increases. Okay, so that is the average we use AI. So why I'm talking about all these things? We have seen topics around products. We have seen products which are evolving in the market. But what are those strategies needed for us to build those excellent products using artificial intelligence? That is what I'm going to try to cover today. It's not only product management. How do we program manage that? We have a large product to build, but I don't have a program management in place or processes in place. How do I ensure that my product will be delivered on right time? And we are bringing in agile flavor also to it. How do I ensure that my agile practices, product, program, innovation come together so that we deliver it successfully? That is the overall agenda today I'll try to give you. Again, some things may be already well versed with you. If you are in that space, take a breath, relax. If you are in the beginning stage of that, try to grasp it, and maybe you can help others whenever you are going to present like me in next conference. Okay, cool. I'll go to the next slide now. So we'll try to see what is a game changer product and program innovation. I've already spoken about this. Then practical AI tools and techniques, I'll slightly cover less on this because our previous speaker or keynote speaker touched upon that one. So I don't want to again reinvent that, okay? And then AI leadership, roadmap for responsible innovation, which is slightly closer to my heart because we are all leaders here. We have to think about how responsibly we can build solutions, not just building solution. How responsibly, how sustainably we can build a solution. That's very, very critical for us. You're all with me? Yes. Any questions for me before I go to the next slide? No questions? Please ask some questions. 25 minutes is only my presentation, or 30 minutes max, so please ask me before that, okay? Okay, so I'll just talk about this AI disrupting industries and transformation work. So what do you think in your mind when I talk about there is a disrupting innovation happened in recent times? What do you think of a product? Which product comes to your mind? Other than that, tell something here. No, Gemini I don't want to talk about. Because I'm working for Google, I should restrict. Swiggy? All the delivery apps. So you use it frequently, I think so? Good. Okay, so now we are using AI for business transformations. Like for example, as you rightly said, Swiggy app. They are transforming their business, they started their business how? They started in only food delivery. Now, is there anything which we don't get in Swiggy? Then we have Zepto. Then we have Blinkit. Any other app, new apps? Instamart. BB Instamart, right? Oh. See? So I'm still at the back. That's what, yeah. That's very important. That's why I mean, please ask and tell me also. Okay, so the business, AI is driving business transformation. This is all done by your product managers in your organization and business leaders with the help of AI. And how AI is helping here is not just telling that it's going to help business transformation. How is it doing it? It's helping you to analyze trends which are available across the globe. See, when we do as a humans, we are restricted to only certain extent where we can deliver or learn or train something. And beyond that, we can't do that one. So that's where AI is coming into picture, where we are going to see that business transformations happen. Executive priority on AI, what does it mean? Can you guess what is the percentage of leadership think and put their efforts on AI recently? Whoever tells right will get an applause. 60. Somewhere 90 I heard. Close. You are close to it. 8, 9. It's 85% executive leaders make sure that they focus on AI related programs. But why is that? Because it is helping them to beat the competition in the market. If I'm going to do my general way of doing things, I will not be able to meet the market expectations. So then what I will do? I'll be using this AI. How do I do that one? That we will see. Impact on product management, as I was telling. So it trickles down obviously. When you want to build something and you have a lot of ideas in your mind, and if you don't have any tool to analyze your data and give you some prediction results, then that will be challenging, right? So that's an image which I'm going to show you here. It's very small. I'll tell you what it is. So I couldn't make it, I'll try to make it big. I don't know. It's not possible, I think so. No, I think it doesn't happen. So this is the data about users' usage of an app. Like for example, we have Swiggy. We have, another one is again Blinkit, for example. I want to understand why Swiggy users are coming into my app and just they are getting out. Okay, they are logging in, but they are not doing it. Okay, they're going to certain pages, but they are not buying my product. Amazon, for example. Another example is Amazon. So if you know this analysis, if you know this trend of customer usage of my product, any product, let it be any, whatever product I see, I'm not specific to any product. See, let's be very, very generic here. I don't want to go on, I am only this product, no. Because I'm creating some triggering points in your thoughts to ensure that when you go back, let's just think broad. Let's not focus on only one thing which we are doing. So to do that, you need artificial intelligence. How is that artificial intelligence going to help? We have different tools which we spoke about. Claude we spoke about Gemini, we spoke about ChatGPT, we spoke about Perplexity. All this will encompass you to think how my ideas will get transformed into an innovative product. It will not give you a product. AI will enable you to think in a way that, am I thinking right as per the customer need, or am I doing something out of my interest? Which is important here, my interest or customer's interest? Customer's interest. Because as a human, I have limitation. Do we all agree we have limitation? But AI doesn't have limitation. It will just follow what you say. So we need to understand how do we need to use that tools right way. For that, it has an impact on product management. We recently built multiple products. Purely, 80% of our investment was onto UX research. Researching the customer journey. 80%. We focus primarily on that to ensure that the customer journey is finally coming onto a product where it is usable. Can you just remember any one product which you thought will be super hit and it never worked for you? Cravio. Okay.
What it does is, if you add something in your Swiggy cart, it will go, read that, it will compare with multiple apps like Zomato and other it will give you the best deal and tell you which app gives you the cheapest price.
Oh, this is like a, we have in for airlines also, right? Sky Scanner. Okay. But that is useful, right? Oh, the Crave is failed one, you are telling. Okay.
It works, it doesn't work, it's on your luck.
So what do you think now that AI can solve that problem if we have a right data in place?
I think it should, but I also feel whether these apps are allowing it to read the card.
Yeah, there are, at least it will not give you exact, they will do some pseudo analysis and give you. It should help is what I'm assuming. So that is where the AI is going to help into our product management. So how this has an impact on program management? That is also important, right? So I'm a program manager for past around 12 to 13 years. That's the right number, I think so. Okay, so what I do, recently I did one risk analysis. So I handle around 48 projects where I can't go manually and see how many projects are trending towards risk, how many projects are trending towards non-risk areas, okay? What is the, we have that also identification of potential failure of some code also we need to see. So what we did is that, so recently, this is a very recent development. Initially I was trying to do so much manual efforts where it used to take me easily a week's time to arrive at some analysis for 48 projects. Now it is taking more than 4 hours, less than 4 hours for me to do that because I'm not doing, we built an internal product where it collects the overall data in my organization and gives me a prediction based upon the project what I am doing, product I am developing, to which kind of customers I am doing, and what is the team size, what is the team structure we are using, what is the skill set of it. Based on all these things, it is giving me a projection where I can ensure that there is a potential delay going to happen here, and then we are adding that to our program plan and ensuring that it is not getting failed. So there is a significant increase of forecast, I would say. So we are doing a forecast, but to a certain level, 3 programs you can do, 4 programs. If you have 48 projects in your plate or 50 projects, then it is not humanly possible. So that's where program management is coming into picture, where we can use these tools. Internally, since I work for the organization where I can use my own tool. Similarly for you, you will not be able, I don't know, there was also they were telling, no, license issues, security issues. So you may at least get a sense that how are these organizations using the tools to ensure my risk analysis is made well. Another good example, this is very good takeaway for you. You have a very, very challenging stakeholder, let us assume. There is an email which came to you and you have to respond to it. How many of you think that, or you have used AI to respond back to that email? I think out of 50, 60 are in this room, 10 people have used it. Did it help or not? Yes. That's the power of AI. And that's the power of this product innovation. We need to think in that way, how can I be sentimental towards the response in email? Because the email is harsh. You can't be harsh. Because our mind says we will be very temperament to respond back very fast. But I use very heavily AI to respond back, because at least it gives me some mild words. I sometimes tell my wife, please use AI. So that's the power of AI. And we have to use it in a right way, for right purposes. Okay, today you go back home, show AI, whoever it is, wife or husband, I don't want to discriminate there. That's also I'm showing bias and discrimination in this slides, I'll show you. Okay, so there's something on it, okay. So product, I'm already covering it, I'll just go through the slides. I don't want to read through the slides, it makes boring for me and for you also. So I spoke of predictive analytics. I think we spoke very well. Prediction is more about forecasting. How do we predict it? Ensure that we make all those predicting successful so that we build a products which are really useful to the customers. Okay. Personalization. So Spotify is a very good example for personalization. Netflix is a good example for personalization. It will give you what kind of movies you are watching. Okay. And they hear you also. Very dangerous. So we should be very careful here. Keep your phone aside, talk which movie you want to see, then you select that movie. It's very seriously I'm doing. Whatever I'm talking at home, today is my son's birthday. Just yesterday or day before yesterday, thanks. So I'll finish this and run for that now. So what happened, we were talking about some like themes and all. Aeroplane, he likes aeroplane and all theme. We were talking again, Amazon is sending recommendations. I didn't even search for it. So that's where we are. So that's what I'm telling. So this will segue to our point also. So personalization can be, please alarm me on time here. I told 25 minutes and then people will go away after 25 minutes. Just 5 minutes here and there, okay? So the next is emerging trends. So I was talking about this to you, that use AI tools in such a way that maybe what you think is an emerging trend in your region may not be in other region. Okay, so that's where your data comes into the play to see that whatever the product you are building, is it really only localized product or it can go to globally? For that you need to know what is happening in different regions, different countries. How do you know? You can't manually go and see. You can see. It takes ages for us to see. So that's where AI can help us. Program optimization. Obviously, as I was talking, enhancing efficiency. I was telling, right, risk assessment, stakeholder engagement. So my efficiency is increased and my respect is also increased when I respond to emails which are really, I don't want to use that word. So that's where it is going to enhance my efficiency to focus on the right things which are important for me to deliver the product and program. Reducing risk by 20%. Obviously, it will reduce it because you are forecasting it early. Right? Then is maximizing value. Obviously, it is going to max because you are doing it in faster way, delivering it faster. So I was talking about bias mitigation. How many of you think resumes which we submit have biases? Only few. Either you have not submitted a resume or not agreeing with me. It has first bias, which one can somebody tell? Which was very high everywhere all the time. Gender bias. So gender bias has been completely zeroed, I will not tell. It is reduced because of the algorithms what we use, what are the machine learning models we use, has been given inputs in such a way that gender bias is a very, very, very critical thing happened few years back. Now it has rectified is what they are telling, even that's a cover up for a certain extent, which really, see, that's where our leadership comes into the picture. Why I am stressing on this is that we are all in this room are leaders. Leaders work ethically. It is our responsibility to ensure that we question the system, question the tool. Tool will not question us. AI will just follow what you say. Who is building that? It is we. Who is enabling that? It is we. So it's very important for us to take care of that one. Bias detection tools. Again, this is again using AI only, bias detection tools. Diverse data sampling. Don't go into a region-specific data. Okay. So if you go into region-specific data, that's a very, very challenging situation we'll get. There's one example which usually we talk about is about Mumbai, Dharwad example, which we usually, the loan processing system in that particular area is always squeed. Okay, what happens is that though in the Dharwad area we have different sectors of people, there are people who can afford to a loan, even their loans get rejected because of the segment of that particular area. So people know, right, Mumbai area? Yeah, in Hyderabad is also there. Since AI gave me that example. So, okay. So we have that also. So that's why I'm using that one. Okay. So ethical AI guidelines. So guardrails, Snehal was talking about that guardrails. We need to have proper governance around what you are building. It's not only what you build, how do you build, whether it is ethically built or how it is built. That's need to be done. Continuous monitoring evaluation. I finish my work, I can't just leave it. It's Agile, very, very important thing, right? We should be a continuous learner. We can't just build product and leave it. Inspect and adapt. Transparency, inspection, adaptation. These are the three core pillars everywhere. Just that now they are not telling it openly because assuming we know that one. Okay. So now Agile and AI is symbiotic relation. We already covered, we spoke a little bit about that. Let's see what I put in the slide. So iterative development. Iterative development will help us to know, help us not to go big bang on it. It will help you to go in a way that whether this is going to help me to actually cater different segments of people, are they going to help this product to use on their day-to-day uses? That's what iterative development is all about. See, I'm not going too deep into Agile part because iterative development, these things are very common, you will be knowing. Like whenever we build a product, like mobile application I'm building, for example, I don't go in for all the features in mobile application, I'll go one by one. Why? Because we are now respecting the users. We want what users need and we build that one. We are building products which are ensuring that in our organization, in earlier organizations, we are now highly focusing on what is the need of the user, not just building the products. That has become key factor. If it is not giving a value to customer, get rid of that product. Anywhere, any organization, don't go and just build what they are telling I'm building. No, let's question back. We are all leaders, okay? Collaboration. Obviously, this is very key thing, which I don't want to stress more about. It is very important for us in different, at different levels. We need to make sure that we are collaborating well. So collaboration is very important. Why I'm telling is that using these different AI tools, the collaboration can be improved. We have a lot of tools. Jira has good collaboration. AI, it has built-in AI with that one. We have a service now which has very built-in solution with it. So they are coming in with AI-driven these tools so that your collaboration becomes easier. Now it has become a challenge, right? You can't always ensure that the other person dependency teams are giving you right information. You need to have that visibility. It's all about visibility, right? Why are we doing all this one? Program management is all about visibility. How do you ensure that you give stakeholders right information and correct information? So that's at the right time. That's very important for us. So that's where we use this. Continuous improvement, obviously, we see that, we inspect, we adapt, we do retrospectives, we understand what we are building. So this is all with relevant to AI development. That's the only difference. We have to bring in every single perspective of user journey, ethical journey, bias mitigation. We have to question the team. We have to ask them the right questions in such a way that will this impact these particular segments? Will this impact? Will this has a scalability issue? How do we improve it? So all those questions come on an AI perspective. So we need to have that a landscape of AI market, product, program, strategies. That's why I'm touching upon all those areas. So how do we cultivate agile culture is empower teams, embrace change. This is very important in AI world because these days it is getting more and more challenging because the leadership is allowing you to do great things. But when it trickles down to our next levels, right, with the information or the level of knowledge what the managers or whomever we call, it gets narrowed down because they are worried what will happen. So let's break that chain, I'm telling that. Let's give them a very, very right way of messaging, telling them that, because if you have to tell them, you need to know the fact. Like Vivekananda says, right? You know who is Vivekananda? Swami Vivekananda, everybody knows, right? He says, you see, you believe, then you do things. Don't go by the words. What Harish told, what AI told, don't believe. You experience it. You then explain, it will get success. Okay? Some card, he's bringing the card, I saw the card. I saw. Finishing it. Okay, so the case study, this Netflix is a very good example. It gives us all personalized things like user experience, viewer engagement, dynamic content curation, content delivery. So all these things we are getting now. I'm not getting into these details. They have their own models and then they help us to see. Netflix, everybody watches Netflix. Anybody who doesn't watch Netflix? You don't watch? Which one will watch? Netflix will not watch. Sorry? Not recently. Okay. Hotstar. See, that's what I was. Okay, so any app is now helping us to give that recommendation because of those things. So what is the conclusion? We have to be having that clear vision of AI. What is our vision? What is our pathway towards vision? Not just building AI, no. What is going to do for the market? What it is going to do for the customers? That's very important. Strategy with AI goals. See, we as a leaders, we will not be able to access the top leadership directly. So how can we contribute it? We can contribute at a team level. At a org, wherever you are leading an org, you can try to do that, aligning your strategy. If it is not, you can question them. Okay. Empowering cross-functional culture of innovation. This is very important. See, try to give some 15 minutes or 30 minutes of your overall week's time for innovation on AI tools by exploring, by talking to them, talking to the team members, showing them these different tools which we spoke about. That will help them to trigger things differently. Thought process is what the main thing is all about. So exposure is important, awareness is important. So that's where these tools will help, and this sessions, 30-minute sessions in a week, 40 hours we have, we can try 30 minutes out of it and we can try. So one request, and I'm not going to go deep into it before we go into video, is that one recommendation, I put it as a recommendation, but I will call it as a request, is that we need to think responsibly. That again, I'm emphasizing on that. How do we do is that by ensuring that teams are knowing what good it can do, what bad it can do, what models we are building, what are those best practices which we can bring in for the organizations or the team level models, which, like one is the gender bias. Like we need to have proper checks in place for the models which we are building. So that is what embrace AI responsibly. Sustainable growth. So we need to ensure that whatever we are building has a continuous monitoring and evaluation in place, like a dashboard or something which evaluates that particular model what you have built. Otherwise, it happens a big hassle for us to maintain and manage as a program managers. Again, this is specific to program management, I'm telling. So I'll just play a video before I close my talk and take questions. I am assuming this will play. Sorry? Media is there, yeah? How do you do? Radha, video. I'll play here. I have it. That's what I told him to check. Oh, that's okay. Okay, I think this. Sorry. No, that's okay. That's okay. I'll play this. So I'll give a thank you slide then. So. It will connect if net is there. Yeah, but timing I don't know. Time is there. Can you try that internet please then? Yeah. In the meantime, I can take questions before the. Yeah. Any questions you have, you can ask me please. In the meantime, we will play a video. Please go ahead. Mic, please. No, I think. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hold on. One minute.
Copy ना हो slide.
Okay, that's okay.
करने के time में नहीं हो गया.
Okay. It's my problem. That's okay. It doesn't play. I'll take questions. It's okay. Go ahead.
So more from the product program management. See, normally we say customers drive, right? But there are few examples that come to our attention, wherein few things we have to try proactively, and then they get great receival. For example, WhatsApp, right? We didn't go to all the elderly people saying that there is something, would you like to use? We gave them something, and all of them are loving it.
Correct.
So such cases, this is a reverse mechanism, right? So how is it like as a product and forward looking, do we keep a dual track wherein we keep looking at things parallelly and go and tell them try this, like that beta testing sorts, or what percentage of our time and effort should we invest in that?
Yeah. So you mean to say, the question is about should we make sure focus on only the product innovation in one track, or should we also think about something which can happen parallelly?
Which the users are not thinking about.
That's what. Okay. So that's where innovation comes into the place. So good question. So the question is that I would say my answer would be right. Again, this is my personal take is that always you should have two tracks. The two tracks need not be as separate individual tracks. It's the continuous innovation which we can do. Like for example, let us take we have 2-week sprint. For example, let's be very simple in that. As we have in SAFe, we have innovation sprint. Okay. So in innovation sprint, though we need not use fully what they say as an innovation sprint, maybe you can take some piece of it, as I was telling 30 minutes or 1 hour out of it. Product teams can think about something which is not as usual, something which is not regular. Like customers are important, but think beyond customer. How do you think that one? So maybe you can think about, like for example, I like what you gave an example as a WhatsApp. We will never know when the WhatsApp updates are coming into place. Do you get any notification, like Microsoft, like Apple, do we get any notification that there is a restart required? That's the innovation part. I think we should all learn, including me, we should learn that silent, there is no distraction for me. Morning I open, I see a new update. So that happens because the innovation has taken a far important place in their overall customer journey, where they keep something aside. See, I can't say that you have to keep 2 weeks separately for innovation. That's not practically possible. Let's start small, like 5 product managers or 2 product managers invest on innovation and see how it comes, then we can take it forward. But 2 tracks are very, very important. We are trying to implement that. That's a very good option.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
just one more.
Yeah, please.
Like Snehal showed, and you're talking about as many options, right? And let's say I'm using ChatGPT.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what else is available in Claude, what else is available wherever.
Correct.
Now, is it possible for ChatGPT to get the best options from everywhere? No, or should I keep going to Claude, keep going to all of these?
You can ask ChatGPT directly. Like,
Get it from all the frameworks.
yes, I will tell you an example. See, these days when I am preparing my presentations for conferences, right? Earlier it used to take me 10-15 days just to write the content. Nowadays, it is taking a week for me to get the content from all different sources. Like I use a tool called steve.ai. You can make a note. This is an excellent tool for animation of your whatever videos you want to do. Steve.ai. That is one which I heavily use. The second one is that, I forgot that name actually. I'll try to give that in my presentation. Steve.ai is one which you can use for videos and all. I have it, but that's not playing now. So that is one thing. The second thing is about presentations also. There are two different presentations.ai. That is also very useful. You can use that. There are many which I'm using, which I'm used to it. I'm finding it very, very useful. Probably you can try that. Presentations.ai, which is very useful too. These tools will help us to make our lives easy. It will not replace. It will make our life easy. That's the thing. Yeah.
So again, just an extension.
They are asking questions, maybe. One more question. You can announce it.
Yeah.
That's
So
better.
just an extension to what you, it's very easy for us
One
to,
question we can take from the back here. Only one question. Yeah.
it's just an extension to what she asked and even what Snehal and everybody said that this is the AI, this is what we are using and all, right?
Correct.
So what is the best way that you would recommend us all that go, explore? I think that is something that will help more rather than just saying and following what you're saying that Steve AI pe jao, is pe jao. That is one thing. Definitely that will help us.
Okay.
But what is one step ahead? We can keep ourselves ahead of the things. This is one question. Second question, maybe a little off track. For kids, I mean, I am a mother of 3. What do you think and how and what we should start for them as well? Should we introduce them this using and all? I mean,
Good, good. I'll answer the second question quickly. The answer is no. Answer is no. I'm a child of 7 years and also 2 years. I'm strictly no for AI for them. Okay? It's not needed for them. Okay? Creativity is lost. They don't explore it. Again, it's my personal choice. I'm not telling anyone. Schools will tell, that's okay. She's also studying, he's also studying in a good schools. That's not the case. So answer is no. We'll discuss further later. Okay? That is, the first question is that you asked me, where do we go and explore? How? So again, that I'm going to keep it as open-ended because exploration is the key for an individual. No guidance or recommendation should be given for an exploration. It is not an exploration at all. So what I'm telling you is that you should go with the tools with what we told and you can start navigating from there as a starting point. And then explore yourself so that you can tell us different tools and then there is no set process or a guideline for AI. AI is just came into a world to know to everyone. So I would say we don't have any prescriptive method for it. Exploration is the only way.
any gathering like RSG with related to
LinkedIn,
AI?
LinkedIn. No, that's the only answer. We'll go to the next question. Sorry. We'll go to the next question there.
This will be the last question, please.
Yeah. You want to? Yeah, go ahead.
So this is in relevance with the biased point that you have raised, and also that's okay. Also towards the resume filtering part. So nowadays, I think many of the people are using the resume building apps, AI-powered resume building apps, and therefore the HR divisions are also using some tools to filter you. So what kind of a bias that the tools will bring in? Because tools will generate some profile in AI. Therefore, all the right keywords are already there as per your JD. And therefore, when the system filters you out, it doesn't care who has better. Obviously, there will be a bias towards the system generated output.
Correct.
Basically, avoid that. And when you are encouraging a lot of AI building tools, so obviously there is a pattern that the lenience or the bias is towards the AI generated solution or the answer, right?
Yeah, I think your question is long. I just want to tell you, we'll talk about it. I'll put this in backlog. Considering the time up situation, we'll talk. Okay, I'll put this in backlog. And thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. We'll talk more. And I hope I helped you to get something out of it.
Thank you so much, Harish. Yeah, I just want to make
Sure,
one
sure.
announced. Like we have Vivek Ganeshan session in Cyan Hall. You can attend that. And I request Mr. Falguna to please come on stage. Falguna Ramaraju sir to please come on stage and felicitate our speaker. And people who want to attend Vivek Ganeshan session in Cyan Hall can please proceed. Sir, here. Let's hear for Harish Raju. Thank you so much, sir.